my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. After 40-something years in the business, I'm like, where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company, even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to, people that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I'm truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money.
Welcome back to BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the story. So, Angie Stone, man, of all people, this is sad. This is super sad. If you are a Angie Stone fan from back in the day, or even if you know about her history, you know that Angie Stone is one of the coldest ones in the game. I'm talking about one of the most talented ones in the game as far as writing, as far as composing songs, and as far as delivering them vocally, singing. If you can point out 5 people in the industry with a voice that can top Angie Stone's voice, then you are onto magic, because that does not exist. Very few exist in the vocal realm of a Angie Stone. Angie Stone, Grammy-nominated R&B singer Angie Stone, a member of the all-female hip-hop trio, which I didn't know about, The Sequence, and known from hit songs like Wish I Didn't Miss You, was killed early Saturday in a car crash at the age of 63. I got something to say, because I came across a video Angie made not too long ago where Angie was talking about how she was robbed and how she was aging, and she was wondering, how come I'm not getting any residuals off of all my songs? I wrote and produced all my songs and registered them with certain companies, and I'm not getting my money. And we're talking millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars over time. So Angie actually had lawsuits out there against major record label, and then this happens. Okay, so after 4 a.m., the vehicle that she was riding in back to Atlanta from Alabama, because she was in Alabama, she performed at a show. The video is actually now circulating on social media and around mainstream media, where her last show was performed. She was dressed in all black. She had the band with her. It was a live performance, and it was really, really good. And then she was on her way back to attend, I believe it was a basketball conference or something like that. So she was traveling back to Atlanta from Alabama when her vehicle flipped over. Now, one news media report says the vehicle flipped over and then it was hit by a big rig 18-wheeler, like it flipped over and careened into the path of the 18-wheeler, while there are other reports that says the 18-wheeler hit her vehicle and flipped it. Music producer and Angie Stone's longtime manager, Walter Millsap, gave this information in an email. But according to Walter Millsap, his account says the vehicle flipped over and was subsequently hit by a big rig. I don't know what the hell that means. The big rig hit the vehicle and the vehicle flipped. A lot of people are thinking, let me stop mincing my words. A lot of people are thinking this is suspicious as hell. This is some suspicious shit. This is like, kind of reminds me of like when Prince started saying too much, then suddenly Prince was dead. Michael Jackson started saying too much and owning too much, suddenly Michael Jackson was dead. The list goes on. It ain't only those two. There are many other people in the music and entertainment business who, as soon as they started questioning, where's my money, and started getting their lawyers in place to get all their monies from people who they realize have been robbing them, or since they started saying too much about anything happening behind the scenes, 1, 2, 3, and they were out of there. Whitney Houston started saying too much, and she was out of there. Matter of fact, Bobby Brown's sister, who was Whitney Houston's best friend, said Whitney, as a rule of thumb, for all the years she toured, all the places she went around the world and throughout the United States of America, Whitney Houston never took a bath in a hotel room bathtub, because she just did not think that the bathtubs were clean enough to lay in and take a bath soak in it. She would have the place cleaned down again when she got there, and then she would take a shower, standing shower. So to find her in a bathtub in a hotel room, she already knows something is way off. As a rule of thumb, never laid in a bathtub in a hotel room, ever. Anyways, back to Angie's story. Everyone else in that cargo van survived except for Angie. So, everyone else in that cargo van should be able to tell their story as to what happened. But could everyone else be on another team other than Angie's team? Alabama Highway Patrol said in a news release that the 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van turned over on Interstate 65 about 4:25 a.m. Saturday early morning, before it was hit by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia truck that was driven by a 33-year-old man from Texas. So, the authorities have given their own report, which says the Sprinter she was riding in already flipped over, then it was hit. I find it strange that she's the only person in it. But you know, these things happen too. Angie was pronounced dead at the scene, and the Highway Patrol said that the crash was about 5 miles south of Montgomery city limits, which means they were almost there. The Sprinter driver and seven others in the van were taken to the Baptist Medical Center for treatment. Officials continue to investigate the cause. The Sprinter driver plus 7 others, that's 8, and Angie makes 9. I'm guessing she was traveling with her whole team, her backup singers, her instrumentalists, etc. All of them in that packed into that one Sprinter. So of 9 people in it, Angie was the only person that died. Millsap said that he learned of the news from Angie Stone's daughter, Diamond, and longtime The Sequence member, Blondie. Never in a million years did we ever expect to get this terrible news. Angie Stone, one of her children, Diamond, and the other one, Michael Archer, said in a statement that was shared by the SRG group, "We're still trying to process, and we are completely heartbroken," they said. Then Millsap added, "We are truly devastated by this unexpected and unfortunate tragedy, and there is simply no words to express how we feel." Angie Stone was scheduled to perform at the halftime show of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association Men's Championship basketball game on Sunday. CIAA chaplain pastor Jerome Barber called for a moment of silence at the game. CIAA Commissioner Jackie McWilliams Parker said that they were heartbroken by this loss. She used her incredible talent, her passion, and her presence to inspire and to touch us with strength and hope. The singer songwriter created hits like No More Rain in This Cloud, which reached number one and stayed at number one for 10 weeks on Billboard R&B charts. Then she had Baby with legendary soul singer Betty Wright, which reached number one as well. And Wish I Didn't Miss You and Brother. Brother is one, it's like an ode to black men. Every black man should listen to the song called Brother by Angie Stone. It is the way a black man is supposed to be loved and appreciated by a black queen. Stone found a sweet spot in the early 2000s as neo-soul began to dominate the R&B landscape with the emergence of singers like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Maxwell, and D'Angelo. D'Angelo, whom she was with for a while, and they actually had a child together, her son. Her 2001 album Mahogany Soul reached number 22 on the Billboard 200 charts, while her 2007's The Art of Love and War peaked at number 11 on that Billboard 200 charts. So she had all these big songs and two big project albums that went way up the charts, and she was not receiving her royalties for all these hits that she had wrote, produced, sang. The church-grown singer. She was born in Columbia, South Carolina. She helped form a group called The Sequence, the first all-female group on hip-hop trailblazing imprint called Sugar Hill Records, becoming one of the first female groups to record a rap song. The group recorded Funk You Up, which had been sampled by numerous artists, including the great Dr. Dre. Now, after finding success in the early 80s, Angie Stone later joined the trio Vertical Hold before launching her own solo career. Music had been a part of her life since she was a child, with her mother singing around the house and her father singing gospel and blues at spots around town. Angie Stone told in a 1999 interview, she said, "I'm an only child, so my dad and my mom, they're like my life. And when I was a kid, I'd look up to my dad. He was very influential in what I wanted to do. Daddy used to go out and perform, sing, right? Years later, after being hospitalized for cognitive heart failure, she changed her life, stopped eating so much, started exercising, getting her stuff together, and she dropped more than 40 pounds, started eating better. At the time, she said that she was just happy to be alive and still able to make music. I feel complete. I have a new love, a new album, a new outlook, and a newfound joy." A few years ago, she just said that. She said a few years ago I was unhappy. I was depressed. Not happy with the label's effort to market me. I had to still manage to uplift my audience, she told news media reporters in 2007. Now I feel like I'm on my way to a happily ever after. I've been in this business since 1979. I've grudged and drudged. Now I can finally say I feel like I've arrived and mean it. A Soul Train lady, a soul winner. Angie Stone went on to showcase her acting chops with film roles in The Hot Chick, starring Robert Schneider, The Fighting Temptations, which starred Cuba Gooding Jr., and Beyonce, and she was also in Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. So she even did major movies with major Hollywood stars, 3 of them. She also hit the Broadway stage with Big Mama Morton in Chicago, and she showcased her vulnerability on the reality TV show called Celebrity Fit Club and R&B Divas Atlanta. Listen, I'm going to say it again. This might have been an accident, and I'm not accusing outright a record label of doing anything, so to speak, to Angie. But Angie Stone just spoke up about them stealing her royalties and her not getting paid any money. And she has multiple lawsuits in the work to recover millions and millions of dollars that have been stolen from her by a particular record label, a huge and powerful particular record label. For liability reasons, I will not say their names myself, but I will definitely let you hear it in Angie's voice. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. I don't want to say may her soul rest in peace. I want to say may her children benefit from the legacy that she built. You know, just like how Biggie Smalls' children are able to benefit from the legacy he built, may Angie Stone's children benefit from the legacy she built. Not only that, if there was any foul play, may justice be served. And then, may her soul rest in peace. We lost a great one. Life is short, y'all. And in the blink of an eye, you could be gone too. Live. Live to the fullest. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. You already know, if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.